Pickleball versus Tennis. In this guide, we'll explore the differences and similarities. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the US, and it's easy to see why. It combines elements of tennis, table tennis, and badminton, making it appealing to a wide range of players. We'll compare pickleball and tennis, looking at court size, equipment, rules, and gameplay. These differences aren't just technicalities. They have a big impact on how you play and who can play. We'll show you why pickleball is more accessible to beginners. And so, is pickleball the future of racket sports? We can't predict the future, but we can give you the information you need to decide for yourself. Let's get started with our comparison. When it comes to pickleball and tennis, size really does matter. Let's start with the courts. A pickleball court is considerably smaller than a tennis court. It measures 44 feet long and 20 feet wide, while a tennis court for doubles is a whopping 78 feet long and 36 feet wide. That's almost twice the size. This difference in court size has a big impact on gameplay. With less ground to cover, pickleball players can reach the ball more easily. It's like playing on a compact version of a tennis court. This smaller area means quicker rallies and less running around, which can be great for players who want a fast-paced game without the need for marathon-level endurance. Now, let's talk about the equipment. Pickleball paddles are lightweight champions, typically weighing between 7 and 9 ounces. Compare that to tennis rackets, which usually weigh between 11 and 11.5 ounces. It might not seem like much, but those few ounces make a big difference when you're swinging repeatedly during a game. The lighter paddles in pickleball are easier on the arms and shoulders. This means you can play longer without fatigue setting in. It's one of the reasons why pickleball is gaining popularity among players of all ages, including those who might find tennis rackets too heavy after a while. But it's not just about the paddles and rackets. The balls used in these sports are quite different too. Pickleballs weigh between 0.78 and 0.935 ounces and have a unique design. They're made of plastic with holes, similar to a wiffle ball, but with fewer holes. This design affects how the ball moves through the air and bounces off the paddle. Tennis balls, on the other hand, are heavier and have that familiar felt covering. When a pickleball is dropped from a height of 78 inches, it should bounce between 0 and 34 inches. Tennis balls have different bounce characteristics due to their construction and the surfaces they're played on. These differences in ball design lead to distinct gameplay experiences. Pickleball tends to have a slower pace compared to tennis, with the ball traveling at lower speeds. This can make it easier for beginners to track and hit the ball, leading to longer rallies and a more accessible game for new players. The combination of a smaller court, lighter paddle, and unique ball creates a game that's quick to learn, but challenging to master. It's like tennis's more approachable cousin, offering a similar experience, but with a lower barrier to entry. Now that we've covered the court and equipment, let's dive into the unique rules that set pickleball apart from tennis. These differences in serving and scoring are what make pickleball a whole new ballgame. Let's start with the serve. In pickleball, you're required to serve underhand, with the point of contact below your hip. This is quite different from tennis, where powerful overhand serves are the norm. The underhand serve in pickleball levels the playing field, making it easier for beginners to get the ball in play and start rallies. But that's not the only thing that makes pickleball serves unique. There's also the two-bounce rule. After the serve, both the serving and receiving teams must let the ball bounce once before they can start volleying. This rule changes the flow of the game, preventing super aggressive net play right off the serve and giving players more time to get into position. When it comes to scoring, pickleball keeps things simple. Games are typically played to 11 points and you need to win by 2. But here's the twist. Only the serving team can score points. If you're receiving, you're playing defense, trying to win back the serve. This is different from tennis, where you can score points regardless of who served. Tennis scoring, with its love, 15, 30, 40 system, can be confusing for newcomers. Pickleball's straightforward 1, 2, 3 scoring is much easier to follow, making it more accessible for new players to jump right in and enjoy the game. Another unique feature of pickleball is the kitchen, or non-volley zone. This is a 7-foot area on each side of the net where players can't hit the ball out of the air. You have to let it bounce first. This rule adds a strategic element to the game, preventing players from dominating at the net and encouraging more back and forth play. The kitchen rule also makes pickleball more accessible to players of different heights and abilities. In tennis, a tall player with a strong overhead shot can dominate at the net. In pickleball, the kitchen levels the playing field, making positioning and shot selection more important than raw power or height. These rules, the underhand serve, two-bounce rule, simple scoring, and the kitchen all work together to create a game that's easy to learn but challenging to master. They reduce the advantage of power and emphasize strategy and finesse. This makes pickleball more accessible to a wider range of players, from kids to seniors, from casual players to competitive athletes. For tennis players trying pickleball, these rules might seem strange at first, but many find that they add an exciting new dimension to racket sports. The underhand serve, and two-bounce rule create longer rallies. The simple scoring system keeps games moving quickly, and the kitchen adds a unique strategic element that you won't find in tennis. Now that we've covered the basics, let's look at how pickleball and tennis differ in terms of player experience. The physical demands of these sports are quite distinct, and this impacts who can play and for how long. Tennis is known for its intense physical requirements. Players need a combination of speed, agility, and endurance to cover the large court. Matches ball, on the other hand, is less physically demanding. The smaller court means less ground to cover, and the lighter equipment reduces strain on the body. Players still need quick reflexes and good hand-eye coordination, but the overall physical toll is lower. This makes pickleball accessible to a wider range of players, including those who might find tennis too physically challenging. The reduced physical demands of pickleball have led many tennis players to make the switch. It's not uncommon to see former tennis enthusiasts on the pickleball court, enjoying a sport that allows them to stay active without the same level of physical stress. This is especially appealing to older players or those recovering from injuries who want to continue playing racket sports. But the differences go beyond just physical demands. The social atmosphere of pickleball is often described as more casual and relaxed compared to tennis. Games are typically accompanied by music and friendly chatter, creating a community vibe that many players find appealing. This social aspect is a big draw for many people, turning pickleball into not just a sport, but a social event. The rules and court size of pickleball also affect strategy and gameplay. In tennis, power and speed often dominate. A strong serve or a blistering forehand can end a point quickly. Pickleball, with its smaller court and unique rules like the kitchen, puts more emphasis on placement and finesse. Players need to think strategically about where to place the ball rather than just hitting it as hard as possible. This focus on strategy over power makes pickleball an interesting challenge for players of all skill levels. Beginners can enjoy rallies without feeling overwhelmed, while experienced players can develop complex strategies to outmaneuver their opponents. It's a game that's easy to learn, but difficult to master, providing a satisfying experience for casual and competitive players alike. The combination of lower physical demands, a social atmosphere, and strategic gameplay is changing the landscape of racket sports. Pickleball courts are popping up in parks, community centers, and even former tennis courts. The sport is attracting players of all ages, from kids to seniors, creating a diverse and inclusive community. This accessibility and social nature of pickleball are key factors in its rapid growth. It's not just a game, it's a social activity that brings people together. Players often talk about the friendships they've formed on the pickleball court, highlighting how the sport fosters a sense of community. We've seen how pickleball differs from tennis in court size, equipment, rules, and player experience. These differences make pickleball more accessible and social, while still offering strategic depth. As pickleball grows, it's changing the landscape of racket sports. More courts are being built, and players of all ages are picking up paddles. But what does this mean for the future? Will pickleball replace tennis, or will they coexist? The answer likely lies somewhere in between. Just as tennis has evolved over time, pickleball might change too. We might see new rules, equipment improvements, or even professional leagues. What matters most is finding the sport that suits you. Whether you prefer the intense physical challenge of tennis or the accessible social nature of pickleball, there's a place for you on the court. Which will you choose?